Hello everyone, welcome along to today's video, and I'm out on the Aprilia Tuono 660 factory for 2025, and today I'm going to be going over my 5 things that I hate about this bike. So stick around, like and subscribe, and I'll tell you these 5 items. So I must caveat with this video that there isn't really 5 things that I hate about this bike. There's not even one thing that I hate about this bike. I absolutely love this bike, but as I did a video on 5 things that I love about it, it's only fair to do one on 5 things that I dislike about it. And you know, I'm really clutching at straws for this because I think this is a really great bike. So anyway, there's nothing that I hate. So yeah, there won't be anything too disastrous on this video about this bike. So first up on my list is the lack of availability of a manufacturer set of heated grips for the bike. So obviously the bike doesn't come with heated grips, and when I was asking the question to have them added to the bike, because I am a commuter on this bike and it does get colder in the winter here, I was told by the dealership that they don't do OEM heated grips for the bike, but you can obviously get aftermarket ones. So there's, you know, Oxford for example do a few decent bits, decent options depending on how much you want to pay. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying, and speaking to the technician at the dealership, he said that they were a pain in the ass to fit as well, the aftermarket ones. So they weren't too keen on fitting any at the time that I bought the bike, and I actually haven't got around to getting them installed on this bike. So I've got my Alpine Stars heated gloves, and they do enough of a job to keep my hands warm. You know, just be a little bit of a bonus to have the grips heated as well, because it does help with the palms of your hands. So yeah, nothing major there. That is my first dislike about the bike. And moving along to my second, which is something to do with the look of the bike, and that is the side stand. Now I personally think that the bike is a really nice looking machine. It's got great kit on it, and I think they've done well designing it. A lot of people complain about the lack of a belly pan, but it doesn't really bother me. But anyway, yes, the one bit that I dislike about it is the side stand, and I know it's only there for one job really, and it's not something you see a lot, but it's just like a like an afterthought really from the designers. They've just stuck a black tube on. That's what it looks like, a kind of like a black pipe, and that's your side stand. And the bike does lean over at quite an angle as well. So if you look at my Ducati Street Fighter, the side stand on that is like a, you know, HR Geiger inspired work of art. It's, you know, no thoughts spared when going on to that. So yeah, I just think they've overlooked it really on this bike, and you know, not really cared about it too much. I mean, to be honest, the bike is, you know, 10 grand, so you can give them a little bit of leeway on a cost saving measure here or there, because you know, everything else that's on the bike, they've spec'd out pretty well. So you obviously got the Brembo brakes and the Öhlins suspension. More about that in a bit. So yeah, you can understand why they've just cheapened on a couple of bits of the bike. This is a hell of a hill for that cyclist I just passed back there to be going up. Good man. Rather him than me. I'd rather have an engine under my legs. So yeah, the side stand is the second thing that I dislike about this bike. So moving on then to the third, and that is, as I mentioned, the suspension. And it's more the suspension as the bike comes out of the box, so to speak, so as delivered. And I'm not alone in thinking this, but a lot of people have thought that it is very, very firm when you first get hold of the bike. So it's Öhlins front and rear, fully adjustable, preload, compression and rebound as well. So it's a high spec setup, but they've just tuned it for more track than road, and particularly UK road, as you get it. So again, I've dialed it in a bit more and kind of made it more to how I like it, and it is still it's a little sporty on the front, but the rear is nice and plush now, nice and smooth, and yeah, just a little sporty on the front. I don't mind that, but I think the springs in particular in the front are quite a firm spring that they've used in this suspension setup. Again, just going to my Ducati Street Fighter, that's got similar suspension, and that was a lot smoother coming out of the box. Different bikes though, as you would expect, they always will be different, but I just feel for someone that wants to be riding this on the road, I just think you're gonna jump on it and think, wow, that is a little firm. But it is fully adjustable, so you can dial it in as to your preferences. So fourth on my list is again referring to the suspension, and this time it's the rear suspension, and it's actually aesthetic, so it's how you access the preload on the rear. So you have to remove one of the panels on the side to get to the preload adjuster, which, you know, if you're going to be carrying a pillion, not carrying a pillion, things like that, then you might want to be changing the preload more often than I actually do. So I think you would find it a little bit annoying to get to, because you can't just, it's not open to view, you have to remove part of the rear fairing to get to it, which is a little bit annoying. Doesn't bother me because I only adjust it very rarely, and it was actually set up okay for me on my own as I got the bike. But yeah, just another little niggle with the bike there that I thought might annoy a few people. So fifth on my list is the levers for the bike, and particularly the clutch lever, because that is non-adjustable. I would have liked them to have given a bit of adjustability stock. The brake span is adjustable, which is great because you've got this Brembo master cylinder there, so you can adjust the span, and I have done just a touch for my liking of where I like my brake lever to be. But clutch wise, doesn't come with one, so you have to buy aftermarket if you want a bit of adjustability. But as it came out of the box, it is no problem for me. But just if someone does want the lever a little bit closer to the bar, or a bit further away, then you're gonna have to buy an aftermarket set. And one other thing that I don't like is the colour of them, silver. I think it would have been much nicer if they were black. I think it would just go with the theme of the bike a lot better. I always find silver levers on bikes look a bit kind of cheap, and you know, just the cheapest ones they can get put on, as they kind of expect a lot of people to change levers on their bikes as they personalise their models. So one bonus thing that I dislike about the bike is the Quickshifter going up the gears. Now when you're on commute mode and you're not really revving the bike too much, going up particular from second to third is a bit of a jump on the bike. It doesn't like it. It really likes it to be having its neck run to go up the gears smoothly. So I'll try and show you. So just down second gear, 29 miles an hour. It's a little jumpy, you can't really see, but the bike just doesn't like it. See if I can do it again going uphill. Yeah, it's not the smoothest. It's okay, but it could be better. Whether they update that with a software update, we'll see. But just second to third really is my main gripe, when you're just kind of not thrashing the bike. It can be a little bit clunky. So yeah, bonus material there, but again, nothing major. So that's my 5 things that I dislike about the Aprilia Tuono 660 factory. So like I said, there's nothing major, just a few little niggles that I think they could have maybe thought about a bit more, or ones that you just have to deal with or upgrade yourself. So if you've reached this far, thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe, help me grow the channel. Hopefully posting some more bits throughout the winter. I do ride all year round, so you should see a bit more from me. So anyway, until next time, take care, all the best.